One, two, three, four.
I'm back in Bali, as you probably know. Malta was really great. A lovely time over there with all the cats there. Wonderful concerts, wonderful audience, really appreciative. And it's a great thing to be a musician and be able to travel all over the world and play. The next gigs are coming up in Italy, Germany, and maybe the UK. I'm trying to line up some stuff in the UK. So we'll just have to see what happens. And sometimes it's like that. I'm going to be in Europe starting April 2nd. So if you're listening to this, if you're in Italy, you want to organize a drummer's intensive day in your town, just write me here and let me know. In Germany also, we can do it in Cologne and anywhere, really. So yeah, that's what's going on. Today, I wanted to touch on my favorite basic exercises again, because I feel that these things never get old, and also I feel like every time I get in touch with them again, I feel more relaxed in my playing, and my playing is just, you know, better. Of course, I'm talking about technically, not musically. Musically requires another set of skills, but this certainly facilitates it, right? So my favorite basic exercises have to do with the rebound stroke. I think always the rebound stroke is something you have to work on, well, constantly and for the rest of your life, because things happen, you know, if you're touring a lot, if you're playing, you know, you have different drum sets, you play on different cymbals sometimes, and you have to adjust your technique for each situation. On occasion, that's what happens, unless you're lucky enough to be able to take your own kit everywhere, which is very, very rare, right? And so yeah, so I always try to stay in touch with the rebound stroke and review basics. As we all know, you know, any experienced player is going to tell you this. So let's get right down to it. The basic rebound strokes I like to work on is just this, in threes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, you see, this may look easy, but it's not at all, because you're in constant release, and you're dealing with the elements that we went over in the rebound stroke series already, which is, you know, the choreography, upstroke, downstroke, the rebound off the surface, whatever surface you're playing, the weight of the sticks, gravity, and of course, downwards pressure. How much downward pressure you need to apply. Okay, so this exercise in particular is always good to enter in that zone of practice, right? It's like one of the first things I do, to enter that zone of practice, to create that mental state that you need to go into to have a deep concentration when practicing. I think one of the biggest hurdles for most people is to have a super concentration. Concentration enough to be able to know what each finger is doing, and create a consciousness of what's going on with each finger. Not just plow through the exercises and do accents, you know, like this. That does nothing, okay? When you're doing these exercises, you have to have incredible amount of concentration to make sure that you're doing the work that you're supposed to do, okay? This is not the work, okay? Just accents and triplets like that. That's not the work. The work is in the choreography and feeling the rebound stroke and when to lift and when to come down and everything. So that is the serious work that you should be doing when reviewing the basics, okay? Now, when you're doing these exercise, this exercise, sorry. This is your starting point. When you do the first accent, that's when you lift the opposite hand. One, up, down, right? Down, up, tap, down, up, tap, down, up, tap, down, up, tap, down, okay? Very important to do that with the rebound stroke now. You'll notice when it comes down, this happens, okay? There's a bounce back. It's important to be able to control that and not let it run amok, you know, this is like this. That is a huge time waster, okay? It just slows you down. So you have to just naturally feel what's going on. So that when you speed up like this, and you isolate each hand, you can do the work that you're supposed to do. Now, you know, I haven't done this exercise in like a couple of weeks since I got back from Malta, and I can already feel, you know, that I need to get back in touch with it. I don't want to be doing 3 moves, 1, 2, 3. No, just one move and the choreography. Okay, 1, 2, up. 1, 2, 3. The choreography is the most important thing because that's where the phrases are, okay, in the choreography. Stickings is just the sequence in which the sticks fall, okay, which the notes are played. Right, left, right, left, right, left. That's the sticking. That's where most people get bogged down, and they can't make the jump from true rebound studies from just wristing or sticking patterns, you know. In this choreography, there are many other phrases that stem from this. That's why it's so important to do this one. For example, the 5-stroke roll. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? It's the same choreography. You're just diddling, you know, you're putting the double strokes in there to achieve the 5-stroke roll. The 6-stroke roll is a combination of this, right? The 7, the same thing. The 8, the same thing. And it goes on and on. Without this movement, right, you're gonna have trouble doing a whole other slew of stuff. Okay, so the double stroke roll is my next one. The double stroke roll with pure rebounds. Super slow and as smooth as possible, okay? Now, it's not gonna be perfect at this tempo, and that's not the point. Again, this is not the exercise. Totally stale and perfect timing double strokes, okay? That comes later when you speed up the actual rudiment. Okay, but at this point, what I'm concentrating on is the rebound stroke and the choreographies. So I want to make sure that I'm not going like that, 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm always doing one movement and adding the choreo. It's like I said many times, like martial arts. Okay, so the double stroke roll is the next one I love to do just to put myself back in order to touch base with what I need to do to play fluidly and relaxed all the time. Okay? I love that exercise in particular because it also puts me in a place of meditation, of tranquility. When you get in touch with this stuff, like I said, there's forces working that we don't see with the naked eye. You know, there's, like I said, those elements of the rebound stroke are very powerful in the sense that they center you because it puts you in touch with elements that are unseen. Okay. That's a whole, other topic that I'm going to make a video about very soon, and I think that's very important because in drumming, this is a very big deal, being in touch with unseen factors. The whole spirituality of drumming. Of course, we've heard about that, but I want to explain why that happens eventually. Okay, so. Those two exercises are really my favorite exercises. And then the next one I like to do is just 4 notes on each hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then play that as singles. You see, it's really hard to do it slow and with pure rebound, letting go of the stick and letting the choreography come into play when you're achieving the phrase. So the phrase is 2 accents, 1, 1, 2, and then, the sticks are falling in the opposite hands. But basically it's this. If you separate the hands, 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 4th note, you lift. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, always trying to have that consciousness of what my body is doing. Even in Malta, I noticed one of the biggest challenges was to let go of the sticks and make the sticks help you to play. There's this great anxiety of holding on to the sticks. And when you have that anxiety, you tend to grip onto the sticks really bad, right? You're just gripping, and it's never going to allow a fluid rebound in any case. Now, those are my basically favorite exercises when I want to come back to basics, okay? Back to basics, really. I think you should investigate that and know for a fact that you're going to be working on that for the rest of your life. Those are exercises that for the rest of your life you're going to be doing because they always need adjustment and they always need to be refined, right? And the purpose of this is not to play those exercises, but when you go to play music, to be relaxed and fluid and be able to, throw your phrases out there without having effort. If you're making a ton of effort and your hands are clamped onto the sticks, then that's a big, big problem. Okay? So, once again, I appreciate everyone for watching these videos, and I think it's very important to know that even if you're touring all the time like I am, playing all over, it's important to stay in touch with basics. And it's something about drumming that never leaves you also. It's a beautiful thing to be in touch with the basics because it brings you back to your journey like you were in the beginning, right? The innocence of the beginning. Now with a mature perspective of what you're doing and being in that state of mind that helps your body to be in control of what you're doing. Remember, being out of control is trying to exert control, right? Being out of control is gripping onto the sticks, gripping on with the back fingers, and holding the stick super tight and only doing stickings. Being in control is knowing the ball of energy that exists here, okay? The ball of energy that takes you to the next level in your drumming, in your music. When you can work with this, your phrasing becomes much more fluid, and also it gives you access to a different type of phrasing, right? If you're going to play jazz, of course, you know, all the jazz masters are in touch with this, even the ones that don't have a lot of rudimental knowledge, okay? They have this flow about them, and that's just, you know, it's just the way it is. I've seen lots of guys that play like this with no choreography at all, and the music sounds so stiff. And also, you know, I've seen guys that do this, or people that do play like this super tight and only aiming for speed, not fluidity, and rhythmically completely oblivious to the rhythm, all the rhythm that exists in the world. So eventually I'm going to do a video about how rhythmic phrases can help you to apply this as well, okay? Just to give you a little taste of that, the 3-bar cycle, you know, it's just something that I harp on all the time. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E, 3 E and a 4 E and a 3 E and 2 E, right? It's just this, the same exercise, but you are applying it from a different rhythmic perspective, which is so important to break out of that binary language. All right, friends, I hope you enjoyed this video, and remember, if you want to join the lesson site, I'm there for you on the lesson site. It's now $300 for the entire year. You get email support, video reviews, WhatsApp support, any platform you want to use is fine. And we're in constant touch, you know, in WhatsApp. It's the preferred method for most of the students, by a voice contact, also video there. I do hand consultations, only $100 for the hour. We do that through any platform you like. Also Zoom or WhatsApp is fine. And yeah, there's been many requests to do hand consultations because of the rebound stroke being so mysterious, you know, I don't know why. And it's a beautiful thing if you can incorporate it into your playing. I guarantee you'll be a different person. I mean, everybody that went through Murray or Freddie Gruber and the cats that study this stuff, their life is changed. So if you are not in touch with this information, I urge you to please check it out, because it's so beautiful to play like this. You know, it's just another thing. Also, the Elite program is happening. The Elite program, 3 hours a day with me online for an entire week, 7 days, 3 hours a day. You can also split up the days. If you want to do once a week, that's fine. It turns into a 7-week thing. But yes, that course is totally going on. And of course, I'll be in Italy very soon. I hope to see you guys in Italy. If you're out there and want to do a Drummers Intensive Day, just let me know. We'll organize something. There's going to be clinics and concerts, so I'll be posting all that stuff. And yeah, like that. Okay, folks, hope you're all well out there. Many greetings from beautiful Bali, Indonesia. And yeah, it's great to be back. Although, you know, life of a musician, traveling like crazy. The next stop, Europe, once again. Okay, peace out.
One, two, three, four.
folks, it's Phil Maturano. I'm here to tell you about my new rhythm course. This course is meant for all musicians. It's going to give you a series of exercises using your body to absorb rhythmic cycles. Rhythmic cycles and the melodies of rhythmic cycles are the keys to your understanding about rhythm in a profound way. In a way that you're going to be able to apply it into music in a very practical and creative way. There's never been a study like this before, and I think you're going to be very happy once you get into it. There are 4 major rhythmic cycles that are essential in Western music. Do you know what they are? If not, it's time to come over and join us. Join us on my lesson site where it's all taking place. See you there.